At times, the river will grow up to 27 miles wide. And this is during the rainy season when all the surrounding territory floods, so it's difficult to know what's river and what's not river. Trees become totally submerged. It's a pretty amazing phenomenon. It was my idea to make something that would give the great sense of scale that the Amazon has. And Amazonia doesn't talk just about the river, but actually speaks of the river, its banks, the area surrounding the river. I wanted to capture the mood, the feeling, the sense of the place, rather than to talk about a particular physical place.
Feet, 318 to go.
The problem is that the river has so many moods. Its expanse is so enormous that it's difficult to capture all of those things. I've got most of it on paper in terms of the broad strokes, but my interest now is in discovering the details. It's done in sections, 1.5 meters tall by 10 meters long, and it's physically impossible for me to hang a piece of paper on the wall that size. This is when I'm supposed to be taller. I've had two great assistants help me with the drawing, Samantha Lang and Quinn Morrison, and both of them have been essential to being able to execute the drawing. They help me to translate images to the paper. Quite often I will take drawings that I've made, studies in my journals. I then reproduce these, blow them up on a copy machine, and then we scale these drawings up. Changing the scale within the drawing, I think, is very important. You see very little ants that walk around on the surface, but you don't see them until you get close to them, and you don't really pay attention to them until they bite you. And I'm going to get some water. As a student, I was trained to work in lots of different media, and over the years I've found that certain things lend themselves better than others. Watercolor seems to be the appropriate media for starting the work because of the flow, the quickness of it, the way the surfaces move against one another. I like the way watercolor and gouache and touche and gesso fight against one another, and the reticulation that happens in the work. It's separated, that's yellow with gesso in it. All of that, I think, helps to bring a sense of the place to the work. They don't like that one. I don't think you start a drawing with a specific little bit of detail necessarily. I think one starts from an enormous amount of chaos. I've been working on this drawing for over 2 years now, and interestingly enough, it's just starting to reveal itself to me, and I'm just now starting to understand it. I will never have seen the drawing in its entirety until it goes up in the museum. I'm sure as soon as I put it up, I'm going to want to make changes. And I don't know, there's not much I can do about that. That's what's exciting about it. If I knew the way it was going to end, or if I knew that there was a conclusion that I was going to come to, then I probably wouldn't be interested in the pursuit.